Daily Dose of English presents Daily English Idioms. Part 28.
Go hand in hand. Meaning: to do something at the same time, together. Examples: we went hand in hand to the beach. Our two companies have been going hand in hand for years. We'd like to go hand in hand in raising our son. The rest is history. Meaning: used to indicate that something has already been discussed or happened and is not worth mentioning further. Examples: we had a great date and the rest is history. We agreed to work together and the rest is history. She asked me to marry her and the rest is history. Walk of life. Meaning: a way of living or working that is determined by a person's job, social class, or lifestyle. Examples: people from all walks of life gathered in the city center. We all come from different walks of life, but we are united in our goals. He was able to relate to people from every walk of life. Take your mind off something. Meaning: to distract yourself from something. Examples: we played a game to take our minds off our problems. I went for a walk to take my mind off the stress of work. She tried to take her mind off the sadness by baking. A plum in your mouth. Meaning: a phrase used to describe something that is easy or enjoyable to do. Examples: learning to play the piano was a plum in his mouth. She found the job to be a real plum in her mouth. The exam was a plum in my mouth since I had studied well. Make a pig of yourself. Meaning: to eat too much and in an uncontrolled way. Examples: he made a pig of himself at the buffet. She made a pig of herself and ate way too much. Don't make a pig of yourself, there is still more food left. The blind leading the blind. Meaning: a situation in which someone who is uninformed or inexperienced is attempting to teach or guide someone else who is also uninformed or inexperienced. Examples: I'm not sure if the blind leading the blind is the best approach for teaching him. We can't have the blind leading the blind when it comes to our children's education. It's no wonder we failed. It was like the blind leading the blind. Spread like wildfire. Meaning: to spread quickly and widely. Examples: the news of their engagement spread like wildfire. The rumors spread like wildfire through the town. The video went viral and spread like wildfire on the internet. Have a brush with something. Meaning: to have a brief encounter with something. Examples: he had a brush with fame when he met the celebrity. She had a brush with danger when she walked into a dark alley. He had a brush with death when he nearly drowned. A dicey situation. Meaning: a dangerous, risky, or uncertain situation. Examples: she found herself in a dicey situation when she got lost in the woods. We were in a dicey situation when we ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere. It was a dicey situation when the police pulled us over. Of your own accord. Meaning: voluntarily and without prompting. Examples: he left of his own accord when he realized he was not wanted. She stayed of her own accord, despite being asked to leave. He came back of his own accord to apologize for his behavior. An elephant in the room. Meaning: an obvious problem or controversial issue that is not being discussed. Examples: they all pretended there wasn't an elephant in the room, but everyone knew it was there. He was the elephant in the room, nobody wanted to talk about him. She was uncomfortable with the elephant in the room, so she decided to bring it up. Toing and froing. Meaning: moving back and forth between two locations. Examples: we spent the day toing and froing between the stores. We saw them toing and froing between the office and the warehouse. The children spent the day toing and froing from the beach to the park. Whys and wherefores. Meaning: the reasons or causes behind something. Examples: she was curious about the whys and wherefores of his decision. He was trying to figure out the whys and wherefores of the situation. They wanted to know the whys and wherefores behind her choice. Trip down memory lane. Meaning: to reminisce about past experiences or memories. Examples: we took a trip down memory lane and talked about our childhood. She took a trip down memory lane and remembered all the good times. We went on a trip down memory lane to remember our old friends. Today's idioms were: go hand in hand. The rest is history. Walk of life. Take your mind off something. A plum in your mouth. Make a pig of yourself. The blind leading the blind. Spread like wildfire. Have a brush with something. A dicey situation. Of your own accord. An elephant in the room. Toing and froing. Whys and wherefores. Trip down memory lane.